We've now arrived at the round of 8 match that I've been looking forward to the most. This is Chaos versus Anezti in the VRI. Both players picking random, of course, and this time Anezti has got Eldar. Very nice shot, very nice pick there. And Chaos has got orks actually. So orks versus Eldar, reasonable matchup in my opinion. In the previous patch, I think this favored orks a little bit. Most people said it was pretty balanced at the higher levels anyway, and this is definitely going to be a higher level game. So going to be really keen to see how it goes. Anezti has not put down a power generator. Oh, here he goes now. So just a little bit late in that power generator. Maybe he made a bit of a late decision on it. But regardless, Chaos is heading out with some Slugger boys. As you can see, one group going out to the 9 o'clock position there, and the first group had taken the point closer to his base just down the south, and it looks to be a third group going out as well. So a couple of Guardian squads over here for Anezti, just taking the points furthest away from his opponent, as is fairly safe to do. Chaos over here, yeah, just getting some listing posts up already, going for his relic with the Slugger boys. So really standard stuff here. Sometimes you see orc players just rush the Eldar straight up with Slugger boys. I think this is quite a big map. It takes you a bit longer to get across there with Sluggers, so maybe he hasn't opted to do that. And we've got some Dark Reapers from Anezti, so maybe I think that's a map-specific choice. I often see people go for Rangers or Banshees or Farseer on smaller maps versus orcs. That's definitely the preferable choice for me. But I think Dark Reapers are also very good, especially again on the map with it just being so large. And we'll see how it goes out. Interestingly, both players are sending a squad of their own over to the opposing side of the map. We've got a Dark Reaper squad from SD going over to the Orc territory. In the meantime, Sluggers are going over to attack there with Chaos. And as you can see, Chaos sending them here right now just to harass the decap effort from the Guardians. And here comes the Big Mech though, so this is going to disrupt the Dark Reapers. And SD fleet-of-footing them and running away immediately. And the Guardians, as you can see here, decapturing that point, so that's a pain for the orcs, pain for the Eldar, sorry. But the secondary Dark Reaper squad is available there in cover to fire at these Sluggers. Pulling back the Guardians now, and the Sluggers taking some hit. Oh, and the second Dark Reaper squad arriving to cut them off, so that's a nice crossfire there, and the Sluggers are definitely going to take some pain from that, this one going down already. But the Big Mech has shown up, and we've got another squad of Sluggers. I feel like, you know, the orcs pushing in now means that the Eldar have had plenty of time to get some units ready for holding them off. And as you can see, Flitter-foot here, Dark Reaper's just dancing away and taking Flitter-foot as soon as they're at a comfortable range, and then moving back in again. And it's going to be hard for Chaos to do some damage with timing his push at this point, I feel. So we'll see how he goes with it. There's that point in contention as again the orcs just capturing it back as soon as it went straight back into Eldar hands. Big Mech disrupting the Dark Reapers there, but Anezti's going to have one squad at a time ready to fire at the Big Mech, and he's going to take a lot of damage from this. Oh, nice Flitter-foot there, just being quite quick with it, and immediately microing well. So nice dancing here, nice micro here from Anezti. He's very quick with the Dark Reapers. In the meantime, his multitasking has allowed him to get the Guardians out of trouble as well. So with the Big Mech down to half health, this is actually going to be quite crucial. The weaker he is, the less Anezti's going to, and the less Chaos is going to be able to do with him. First wire banner going up, and second wire banner going up over near by the relic. Looks like Anezti's teleported his squad into the middle of. Chaos has teleported the squad in the middle of Anezti's base, and he's not really going to be able to do much damage there. As you can see, we've got a Farseer being built from the Aspect Portal, and once the Farseer shows up, I mean, it's going to have Mind Ward to further weaken that Big Mech, and it's going to build trouble for Chaos. If you can take out that Plasma Generator, it's going to be worth it, but as you can see, you only took it to half health. Isn't going to be able to take out the Plasma Generator at all, and things going very well for Anezti generally in the early game. I just feel like that was a mistake to keep the Big Mech in the base for too long. Here comes the Farseer though, so this is going to be nasty. Mind Warp going off on the Big Mech, so that's going to be disastrous. Chaos is probably going to, indeed he is going to lose that Big Mech. So yeah, I think that was a real waste of a Slugger squad and a Big Mech. So just in terms of that spending, Anezti's going to be ahead. He's got better units right now. He's got more units, and he's got better control of the map, or he's at least going to in a short amount of time. We've got a few Guardians here. In fact, our Guardian squad reinforced to 7 Guardians, I count there, firing away at the Sluggers. So they're going to do some damage. The Sluggers, of course, can't do any attacking or anything while the critical objective is being taken there. Farseer taking out the Sluggers in the middle. But wow, Dark Reapers coming in here. Anezti's chosen to send them in to get rid of these Slugger boys here. So just moving in, and the Slugger boys totally cornered. Going to be totally wiped out there. So a free kill essentially for Anezti and polishing them off. That last Slugger Boy's broken there, and wow, Anezti actually has left that last Slugger Boy. Maybe he timed it wrong, or just didn't see what was going on. But with Slugger Boy left alive in that corner, maybe he'll back to cause some trouble later on. But pulling in the Dark Reapers, I guess they were much more needed in the center of the map. That's why he pulled them out so quickly. Big mech, second big mech has been created at back at the Orc base for Chaos. So he's decided he really needs a big mech, and I agree. I mean, with that teleportation and so forth, and the disruption effect on the Dark Reapers, it's really good. Oh, we've got this Orc Slugger Boys being reinforced back to 4 guys up at the 12 o'clock in hiding in the bushes. They're going to be causing trouble with the Guardians, so maybe Anezti will be hitting himself later on, but he's not hitting himself right now because he's winning. Thanks to what's going on right here, the Farseer and the Dark Reapers. As soon as they take off fleet of foot, they're going to be doing a lot more damage over there on the Wild Banner. If Anezti can take that Wild Banner out, it's going to make a big difference. It really hurts Orcs to lose those Wild Banners. And now using fleet of foot, toggling it on, and heading out of combat. Another Mind War going off of the big mech. It's not going to quite outright kill it because it happened in the weekend, but it will drain it to about 2/3 health. And that Slugger Boy squad that was hiding at the 12 o'clock has just run past the Guardians to help out the center. He's definitely going to need every Orc unit he can in the middle there to deal with these Dark Reapers, which are just causing havoc. By the way, Chaos has taken the 6 o'clock position, so if he can take another critical objective, it's going to be taken all. But at the moment, it looks to be the Guardians and Anezti, which have the 2 of the critical objectives. Bit of a brawl in the center of the map. Now, this tends to favor Orcs when you've got a lot of boys tying up everybody in the combat, but Anesti's micro is sufficient to keep the Dark Reapers right out of combat. Big Mech trying to chase him around, but as soon as he gets nearby the Dark Reapers, just pull out there. Great micro by Anezti in general. He's really looking like he's in form right now. We've even got a squad of Guardians in the back, just pulled down from the 12 o'clock position, brought into the center to do a lot of damage. Will do some damage at least. Once you've got about 6 or 7 of them, they are actually contributing to the battle in a decent way. Dark Reapers, of course, getting off as many shots as they can, which is not many. There we go. Now this is looking much better for Dark Reapers. That middle squad has been totally freed up to start doing some shooting. We've got the Farseer dealing with the big mech in the center, and that big mech I mentioned taking a lot of damage, having to teleport out now. So Anezti, I think, gaining map control with that battle. He's come out on top there. We've got Sluggers clobbering these Guardians down the 6 o'clock. So this is the first time I've actually seen Anezti lose a unit. In fact, he's had it totally wiped out. Not really a big deal though. That one squad of Guardians isn't exactly going to lose him the game. In the meantime, he's actually teched straight up. He's got a Soul Shrine up and running. He's got a support portal up and running. So, oh wow, that looks amazing. But Chaos has actually opted already for a third plasma generator. If he gets away with that, that's going to be a lot of power he's going to be able to play around with. Chaos's economy is actually quite substantial right now. We're looking at 128, I think. But with these vehicles, that's going to be tough to deal with as well. Chaos is going to have vehicles of his own. If you didn't spot that before, he's got a mech shop over nearby his 9 o'clock strategic point position with the Wild Banner. And looks like Gretchen coming in now to repair that relic. It's good that he didn't let that relic die. It represents quite a lot of economy there, quite a lot of requisition bonus. And now the Orcs have regained a lot of numbers. Dark Reaper's pulling out. And Farseer engaging them a bit to slow it down, but the Dark Reapers have to pull back. They can't contend with that number of Orcs. The Guardians getting clobbered as well in the center of the map. I don't think they'll have enough time to capture that point. We've got a group of Fire Dragons as well, so Anezti is well and truly prepared for any vehicles that Chaos may produce from that mech bay. That mech shop. Now here's the first war truck. That war truck won't be very good against the Fire Dragons, but if Chaos is good enough to actually tie up the Fire Dragons in combat, that war truck will be quite useful. Oh, and teleporting straight into the Dark Reapers with a group of knobs, so that's a tough group of Orcs there. It's going to be quite difficult for Chaos to deal with, and he's not going to be able to do the job in close combat. He's going to need to keep as many Dark Reapers available outside of the combat to deal with them as he can, and he is achieving that. Look at that squad in the background there, nicely toggled off through to fleet of foot very quickly. He's trying to bring the Fire Dragons around to actually get rid of this war truck, but he can't manage that. The knobs keep engaging the Fire Dragons in close combat as they ought to. Second war truck arriving now, so Chaos putting the pressure on. He's doing really well. I felt like he was behind earlier in the game, but he's doing well to try and wrestle a bit of control back. It's going to be very difficult. We've got Guide on a squad of Dark Reapers in the background, and both squads, unfortunately for Chaos, he's only got one squad of knobs to try and actually tie up any units of melee, or melee as some people have been pointing out that I should be calling it, but I'll just call it what I want. Anyway.